What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land. I hate doing these because I don't want to like make anyone mad. I hate making people mad. It's like the worst thing that I could do. But I gotta give you guys my spicy hot take on that Nintendo Direct because I feel like it's a hot take because everyone on the internet thinks it was pretty insanely good. Where I don't necessarily think that. I think it was good, don't get me wrong. I think it, definitely was nowhere near some of the directs that we've had in the past. I mean, there's been, that last one we got last fall was horrible. This was definitely, to me, middle of the road. And I'm going to explain why I think that. Now, straight up, I know a lot of people are going to come in here and thinking, oh, this is the guy that thinks Mario is going to happen every direct. No, if you watched my prediction video, I actually think Mario is done for the Switch. I think Nintendo is gearing up for it to be like a launch title or something big for the next console, and I just kind of come to the conclusion that for some reason they cut Mario off short on the Switch, and it is what it is, and I could talk about that on and on another time, but no, I did not expect Mario to be here. In fact, I really predicted this Direct just to be refreshing, I think is the main thing. I thought it was going to be a very refreshing Direct, like just give us information on stuff we already know and give us at least one, maybe two surprises, like at least one surprise. And for the most part, we got that, and that's why I'm like, I'm cool. But I think where it starts to, get me a little bit is that the refreshing information that we got was refreshing, but it was also kind of lacking in content. And let me explain what I mean. For instance, Zelda. Of course, I expected to see Zelda, but I thought for sure this was going to be the trailer to kind of blow everybody out of the water. This is going to be the one that kind of really shows us what this game is and shows us the story and what we're going to be doing in the game and what makes this a sequel and what makes this worth $70 now. Yeah, it's $70. So I was really expecting to see that here. Still haven't seen it, and we are now 4 trailers deep. I know they advertised this as like the second trailer, I think they were. No, it's like 4 trailers now. I know one was a teaser, and I guess the other one was a teaser. It's 4 trailers for this game. We have no clue what's going on still. I like what I saw still. I am very, I now can say I officially am getting excited for this game, because it was hard to get excited before. But I felt like it was just still like lacking in content. Like it looked like it was still the same map. They barely showed any underground areas. It looks like they're still hiding stuff, and I do have trust in the team. It's not like I'm thinking the game's going to be bad or anything. I have extreme trust. I know it's going to be awesome, but I'm just like, I thought for sure this is where we would finally see it and then get more information in a direct. But it looks like they're just saving all the surprises and everything for potentially a direct before the game comes out. So it is what it is. I just really wanted to see more out of that. And that was just, with 3 months to go, is so weird that they're keeping that game behind and, close to their chest. I just don't get it. But Splatoon was another one. I really thought that we would see some big DLC stuff. And even like some information on the next season of free updates, like the next couple of weapons and stages and stuff. And we didn't get anything like that. Nothing. They didn't talk about it at all. They talked about Wave 1, which is just Inkopolis, which I still do not understand. I guess it's a nostalgia thing where you can have 2 different hubs if you want. Like, you can choose which one you want. It's cool, but it's just like the fact that people have to pay for that is outright highway robbery. It's crazy. But Wave 2 looks like it has the potential to be cool. I dove into the little thing that we got of that trailer. But once again, it was just like, we didn't really get to see what that DLC was going to be about, And it just, stuff like that is just what kind of got me the whole direct. The Mario Kart thing, amazing new track and stuff. Like, I love the Yoshi's Island track. That was awesome and stuff, but they only showed 1. Like, last time they at least showed us 2, and it was earlier than normal. I'm like, it felt like the time where we should have saw a good chunk of this. Because if it's coming in, like, March or April, which a lot of people are expecting, it should be soon, unless they decided to push it back to May or something. But yeah, I think that's the general gist I got from this, is it felt like a DLC Direct, which I definitely predicted. I knew it was going to feel like that, but it never went past what it should have to give us the refreshing content. I feel like for the refreshing content, they held back a lot, and they decided to not give us everything that we should have gotten. I don't know, that's just how I feel. There were highlights for me, and I will talk about those. So the highlights, Metroid Shadow Drop was insane. Seriously, it was the craziest thing ever. This shows that Nintendo really is sitting on games and deciding when they drop, and they just completely dropped that thing. I don't know if it was the smartest move by them or not, but I thought it was awesome. I love stuff like that. I still gotta wait 2 weeks, though, because I want to get the physical version. I love physical. So that was awesome. That was a surprise, but also still not a new game. You know what I mean? And I think that's when it starts to really, like, allure to the point that there were no new games. You know, that was the only new announcement, and it's already out. Like, there was no new games to look forward to, no new games to, you know, look at for the holiday season, nothing. In fact, I know that they stated that this would be mainly focused on the first half, but you know Nintendo always gets us prepared for the future. They always show us something to look forward to and stuff to look forward to beyond. But after Pikmin in July, there's not a thing coming out onto the Nintendo Switch. So, besides, like, more DLC. So that's what's kind of, yeah, that's the point. And that's just kind of what made this a little awkward for me. I love Pikmin. The Pikmin trailer was beautiful. Like, they hit it out of the park with that. They gave me everything. Like, it looks like it's going to take a lot of inspiration from Pikmin 2. In my eyes, the best Pikmin game. And I love the enemy design. I love the different bosses that we're going to be getting that they showed. Even bring back the Empress Ball Blacks. So that's cool. But it just feels like, you know, it was Pikmin. It was Pikmin's show. Pikmin came in and did his job, and Zelda tried. And I cannot, like, I still have trust in the Zelda team, don't get me wrong, but I cannot blame people for being upset now. Like, we are 4 trailers in, 3 months away, and still they are refusing to show why this game is now $70 and why this game is a sequel. I still am not seeing, like, you know, and I guess what I'm still waiting for is that big, like, oh, here's the second map. Like, oh, here's this giant underground portion that it pretty much works like a new map. Here's dungeons. Here's, you know, what you'll be doing. Here's the main objective. Here's the story. Here's more on Ganondorf. Like, how many times are we going to see dehydrated Ganondorf? Show us what Ganondorf, I know he has a new form. Like, we can hear him talking. Like, they're slowly leading into this stuff, and they're like, nope, cut it off. And I'm like, at first I'm like, okay, if this is what they want to do, like, if this is how they want to, you know, maybe they just want to not surprise it. Like, they want to surprise us with the game. Like, just give us the game and let us find the stuff out for ourselves. But I'm like, you got to advertise that at least show us that there is another world or some more to the map. At least give us, like, the confirmation that there's dungeons. Like, at least tell us what we are doing in this game. Like, we knew in the original game, our job is to go to the Divine Beast, complete them, get our power, and then fight Ganon at the castle. And I'm just like, we don't know what we're doing this time. Like, why are there Sky Islands? Why is there caves now? What are we doing with these things? Like, what are we doing? But yeah, there's got to be more information soon. But this is going to be the controversial one. I already know. Virtual console stuff, the Nintendo Switch Online expansion. It's a weird time to see people genuinely saying that the Direct was amazing because of this. I literally watched reactions and people were losing their minds over Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. I just don't get it. That's just on me. I understand how big it is for the community. I get that. I just personally don't get it. I don't get it. You know, one of the things is just, it's been 6 years. 6 years of Nintendo Switch, and we're finally just now getting this stuff. And I just feel like it's just too late to be excited about Game Boy games. You know, this is stuff that should have came year 1, year 2 of the Switch the latest. And it's just like, here in year 6, I know people are just finally glad to have them, but it's just like, I can't jump up and down and be excited about Minish Cap again when I have it on 4 other consoles and played it like at least 10 times. I cannot do that. I can't. That's just how I feel about it. Like, I'm excited. Mario & Luigi is so exciting because we can play that on a home console now. But it's just like, you just released Mario & Luigi on the 3DS a couple of years ago. You can play it on like 4 of the other past consoles. It's just like, yeah, I don't. You know, that's just how I feel. And it's just weird to me that that's our excitement now. Like, virtual console games. Stuff that I played, and that's the thing. You can play it on your 3DS, most of these games. You can play it on your Wii. You can play it on your Wii U. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, what? I know at least people had 3DSs and Wiis. Wii U, I can understand you skipping that console. But I'm just like, there's options to play it elsewhere. And for a lot of people that, like, for instance, I own all of these games. Not only physically, but I have them on other consoles. And I don't mind booting the Wii U up and playing it again. I know you can take the Switch on the go and it's different, but another thing is you don't own those games. You know, so when Nintendo Switch Online is done, and if we really are a year to 2 years into the next console, what's the point? Unless they carry the Switch Online stuff to the next console, you're paying all that money every year to just rent these games, and then you're done with them. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm more of a, like I said, once again, with Metroid Prime coming out, I want the physical copy. I'm more, like, I feel better when I know I have it, like a game. Like I own the game and I can pop the game in and play it and go back to my save file and stuff. So I just, once again, that's just an extreme hot take, I feel like, on that, because I just feel like I'm one of the few people that really am not a big fan of the expansion, of, you know, being excited for the next 64 game to drop, or, you know, I'm just like, I look at my Wii U and I'm just like, I have all these games that I bought over the last 10, 15 years, from Wii U to Wii and even on my 3DS, and I'm just like, you know, why? You advertise. Remember, back in the Wii U, they used to advertise the heck out of this virtual console, saying, buy virtual console, buy virtual console. Now they're like, rent these same games that you probably already bought. I'm just like, yeah, that's to me, when people get excited about that, it's just kind of goofy to me, because I'm just like, you guys are acting like this is a brand new game. People also were trying to tell me, like, we got Mario Kart Wave 4 DLC track, and we got Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga and Mario Land. We didn't get Mario. But yeah, I still think that we were missing a new announcement, something else, like a new game. Like, I'm glad for Metroid Prime. I'm so excited. Buy the heck out of that game, please. But we were missing, like, that new game. Like, a new 2D Mario or new Donkey Kong even. Just something new, or something to get excited about. And I know the rumors are saying that there's no new games after Tears of the Kingdom, which they keep saying that. After Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, are we just excluding Pikmin? Are we just acting like Pikmin is Pikmin not considered a big game? Because to me, that's a huge game. I see that as like one of the 2 big releases this year, with Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin. But it's like the leakers are like ignoring Pikmin. They're like, after Tears of the Kingdom, there is nothing new coming anymore for the Switch. Like, Pikmin, like, it's a disgrace to Pikmin. Stop disgracing Pikmin. But I get it. It's a smaller franchise right now. It's starting to build that fan base, and I hope it does eventually, you know, grow and, you know, flourish into something huge. But yeah, I think the rumors and leaks are true. Like, we are at the end of the Switch, and Nintendo does seem like they're gearing up for the next console and saving all of their new games and big hitters for the next console, and that's great. But that might mean we might have a year to 2 years of very little content to talk about and very little content to cover. So that is what it is. There's not much you can do about that. You know, you're going to have years like that because Nintendo needs to focus on a new console if that's the case. But I just really was hoping for just at least one announcement, at least like Mario Baseball. That's been, you know, I know it's been a rumor, so rumors, take that with a grain of salt, but at least Mario Baseball. Something like a spin-off Rhythm Heaven would have been cool. Something like, just something new. Like a Wario game, you know, something that we haven't seen. Something new. I think that's the thing I just, you know, at the end of the day, I gave the Direct a 6.5. I think it gave some good information. It didn't go deep into that information. There's games that should have been talked about more that weren't talked about enough, like Zelda and Splatoon, in my opinion. Especially since they treated Splatoon as like one of the 3 big announcements. Nintendo Directs always have 3 big announcements, the beginning, the middle, the end. Splatoon was the middle one, which was weird, that they talked about Inkopolis for like 5 minutes. Yeah, and also pacing again with the Direct. I feel like the first half of the Direct was so dry, and then they tried to push everything at the second half, so it just felt weird. When they could have easily threw Metroid towards the beginning, threw Mario Kart towards the beginning, just switch the order of some things. Once again, it's just a pacing thing. Like, 7 games in a row that just were a little weird. I just like, that was just like not first party Nintendo games, and it just feels deflating when you do that. They need to learn spacing, like, and pacing. Like, learn how to space out your first party, you know, your big hitters of the Direct. Because you know what Nintendo's big hitters of the Direct. They spend more time with them. Like, it's not like I'm making this stuff up. Nintendo spends more time with Metroid, and spends more time with Mario Kart, and spends more time with all these different games. Like, and they blow through the other ones. So, that's my point. But you got Advance Wars in there, which was cool. Finally got that release date. It's a little later than I thought. I thought that could have been a shadow drop, but guess not. But yeah, my final takeaway here, I don't want to, you know, make this longer than it is. It's already going so long. I think that this Direct could have been better. I think it could have went further. People calling it one of the best Directs ever is just funny to me. And I think a lot of it has to do with the Game Boy games, but it is what it is. You know, I enjoy it still. I give it a 6.5. If I had to give it a letter grade, it won't match that. It'll be like a C. I give it a C flat probably, where I'm right in the middle of the road. But it's definitely going to be interesting trying to figure out what's coming into the future, but that's just my take. Let me know down below what you think, because I know a lot of you guys probably loved it, and if you did, that's great. That's awesome. I'm glad you loved it. Because there is exciting stuff coming in the next couple months. We got the Mario movie. We got tons more DLC to look forward to. We got more information on Tears of the Kingdom, hopefully, to look forward to. Tears of the Kingdom is going to probably carry this year all the way out, and I hope Pikmin does too. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo, and I will see you all on the next one. See you guys.